All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on our Jumpstart to Better Health. And what we do here is to share and give others hope with what better nutrition can do. My name is Josephine, aka Kemundo Achira on social media. And I'm just so delighted to be here hosting this call with my amazing sister friend. We haven't met in person, and that's the one thing I love about this community. But I feel like I know her forever. And I have the privilege of knowing and having been on a webinar with her mom and with her dad. So this is a family business here. And I see Sister Denise watching here too. So this is incredible. So welcome, welcome. And why are we here talking about nutrition? The simple change that we found out, we all embraced it, and it has done marvelous things for ourselves here. Why are we taking these plant powders, Juice Plus, and why are we recommending it? I am going to give you a few statistics, guys. We do share a lot of stories, but today I just want to show you why it's better to focus on prevention than waiting to get sick and then start looking for options, because it might be too late. So it's better to take control of our health earlier on before our bodies break down. The truth be told, we maintain our cars on a regular basis. We take them for maintenance, oil change, and all that. We really should be doing the same with our bodies so that we can prevent them from breaking down. And once they break down, it's a little tough to repair them, just like a car. So why are we doing this? The National Cancer Institute recommends 7 to 13 servings per day of not just fruits and vegetables, but of raw fruits and vegetables to help prevent, listen to this, guys, lung, breast, colon, and prostate cancer by 50% or more. So the fact that cancer in your family does not mean you need to subscribe to that, but you can do something about it. You can do something about that DNA by feeding bodies the better nutrition. The American Heart Society also recommends 7 to 13 servings per day of raw fruits and vegetables, also to be able to prevent disease, cardiac diseases or strokes. When you're talking about a heart attack or a stroke, that's related to nutrition as well. You can do something about that. Thank you, Marjorie, for getting the guests in. And the US government has spent billions of dollars, guys. You can Google this, you can go and find it. Billions of dollars trying to find cure for chronic diseases. Have they found the cure? Hell no, they have not. What are they all talking about? They're talking about prevention is better than cure. If you see the billions they are spending on healthcare, but it's really not helping, all they're doing is putting a Band-Aid on top of symptoms, and nobody's getting to the root cause. Unless you have an holistic doctor or a naturopathic doctor that you go to that really sits down with you and spends an hour. My doctor doesn't spend an hour with me. You go in, you tell them what you have, sniffles, they write your prescription, and you're on your way. But if they can sit down and listen to us and find out what exactly is going on so that they can get to the bottom of it. When is the last time you went to a doctor's office and they literally asked you, what did you eat in the last 24 hours? It is sad to say that even the nutritionists that are working in these hospitals, sometimes they don't have that leeway or the time to invest in our patients' health and well-being. So what does that mean? You and I are the healthcare system. We got to take care of ourselves, take care of our families, and so in turn, take care of our communities, as you will hear Marjorie beautifully articulate through her story when she shares it. So is any raw fruits and vegetables okay? You know, so it has to be raw, because in that rawness, they have the enzymes. And it's not just any variety. You're talking about the rainbow, eating the rainbow. They have to be vine ripened. And that is where Juice Plus comes in. It is really food, and it's composed of more than 30 raw, chemical, pesticide-free fruits, vegetables, grains, and berries, which are grown in nutrient-dense soil. I'm telling you guys, and it's NSF certified. So this third-party company inspects the soil the growing, the production, and the processing. So things are done in a clean way, so there's no cross-contamination. And that is what we're here to talk and to share with you tonight. Because with everybody's busy lifestyle, I don't know how many of you are able to chop and dice 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. The truth be told, and that is where my story comes in. I thought we ate very well, but apparently we didn't until we were in a health crisis. My son had a leaky gut. I had allergies that were so bad that at the change of season, I literally was calling my doctor, can I get antibiotics? So she knew when I'm calling, I need a Z-Pack, so that it can get me over that. And I was dependent on allergy medications. But 3 years down the road, I don't have to consume my Zatek anymore. I can enjoy being outdoors, take walks during the change of season without having those allergy effects on me. And it's incredible. If I have sniffles here and there, they don't last that long. And at that point, I double up on Juice Plus, and my son's leaky gut got repaired because the Juice Plus we're talking about, the plant powders, if they can prevent cancer, can you imagine what else they can do for you? You don't have to be suffering from colds here and there because it can help. And what am I talking about, guys? Literally just plant powders in this that you can travel with. When I go to Africa, I put them in my travel bag, I go with them and I take them. And guess what? When you do this, and you realize when I got it myself, my son got a free supply. So 2 for the price of 1. You can't really beat that. So, and you can get free supply for your child for each adult order up to 4 years. So we've been consuming Juice Plus for 3.5 years. I'm kind of sad because when it gets to 4 years, my son will not be getting his free supply. So I'm kind of sad about that, but it's okay. We've had good health and we'll continue to be able to do that. So with that being said, it's pretty simple. All we are trying to do here is to talk about, let's focus on prevention. Let's not wait. What do you see happening when our loved ones get diagnosed, or friends and families with cancer especially? That is when the doctors start talking about eat more fruits and vegetables. They actually have a cancer diet for patients that has fruits and vegetable servings. They recommend that. And then they say, you need to juice more, you need to do this. So we're here to say, don't wait until you're struck with an illness to start working on your health. So the truth be told, I'm still a work in progress. We're all still a work in progress, but we're sharing a simple opportunity that we found out that helps us to live better, to eat better. And it's a catalyst, actually. It's a very simple catalyst. It makes you want to do better in other areas of your life. That is what it has done for me. And because it has done that, I've taken it upon myself. It's a mission to me. It's a calling. So I can be able to share this with more people and help them enjoy better and healthy, fulfilling lives. So I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to introduce our amazing guest, Miss Marjorie. She's a millennial and she's killing it. She's rocking it. She's changing lives. Marjorie is a mother of 2 beautiful children. And you see one of them, you can use this opportunity while you are busy serving your family. You can serve the community and serve your family, and don't feel guilty that you are away. You will hear that through Marjorie's story. So Marjorie is a military wife, and she is a farmer. Listen to that, organic farmer. And here she's doing this. Marjorie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, my dear? And because I'm sure everybody's dying to know this millennial that is changing lives, that is talking to us tonight. And I'm so excited to hear you.
Thank you. And Josephine, I love hearing your story and definitely pointing out the facts that these plant powders are helping change lives, and they are serving as an ultimate prevention against things that we might not foresee. So I'm very thankful, and I feel very fortunate that we were introduced to this way of living. Thankfully, my mom's on the call. She's Denise, and she was introduced to Juice Plus 7 years ago, and that's when she told me about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly so you can see. 1 second. All right. So I can go into. All right, just give me a thumbs up if you can see that.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So my screen is frozen over here, but I'll go ahead and get started. So thank you, Josephine, for the introduction, but I'll just say I am a part of this healthy living revolution now for 7 years, and I'm very thankful that it was introduced to me at the time that it was when I was a brand new mother, and I was trying to figure out a way in which I can get more fruits and vegetables into my diet. So you can see my mother, she introduced me to it. My daughter here on the horse, she was a blessing that came into my life. But my body just went through this amazing change, as does everyone who has a baby. And I'm outside, so I'll complain fast. But I was doing everything I could possibly do via juicing to get my body back into balance after having my daughter Zoe. And my mom knew that it was taking a lot of time and it was tedious, and time-consuming activities are not really what you want to have as a new mother. So she said, baby, I have something that's going to be easier for you. You're going to be able to get all the effects of juicing, but in a simple, convenient way that is also affordable for you as a new mom. And I said, okay, I'll trust you on that. So thankfully, when I did, I started consuming the fruit, the vegetable, and the berry capsules. And I was nursing at the time too, so that was something I was taking a look at. But my skin started to gradually get better. And this is my biggest story, because not only did my body come back into balance, that it started to serve me in ways that I never imagined. I've battled with cystic acne my entire life. So to see my skin finally clearing up was like a breath of fresh air. And I was just like, thank you. Goodness gracious, I'm so happy. So I can go around without makeup and not be afraid or ashamed of, being in front of people and engaging with them. So another bonus is that my daughter, who is now 8 years old, she has the opportunity, just like Josephine's son, to utilize the Children's Healthy Starts for Family program. And she's been getting her Juice Plus capsule. When she was younger, she would chew the capsules. And now, she switches between the gummies and also the capsules. But it's just amazing that they allow children to get it for free. So as I'm consuming Juice Plus as my prenatal for my son, who is 13 months, and he's over here in the corner, so that's why I keep looking at him. But I'm utilizing it for premium nutrition through my breastfeeding to him as well. So I'm very thankful for that. And the beautiful part of this is it's a big community, and there's a business tied into all of it. And my mother and I, we're visionaries, and we like to see what's coming for the future. And so for us, we said yes to this business, and we decided to travel around and go to the different conventions that the company held. And in the picture on the far right, you see that we are at what looks like a Towergarden farm. So I'm going to share a quick video with you, if I can get that up. Let me just see. Let's see. Okay, and it's going to tell you about the Towergarden. Okay. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay on my end. But here we go.
Towergarden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more powerful better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Towergarden has its 1-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Towergarden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Towergarden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution moves through the center of the tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution aids the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Towergarden a clearer, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
So I love sharing that video, and I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint, but I love sharing it because it just kind of gives you a quick picture of what we got so excited about back when we were at that convention. So, and my little one's over there, make sure he's nearby. But so I lived in San Diego at the time, and in San Diego we were going through a drought. And my husband and I, we both decided, okay, we're gonna have a tower garden and he's gonna have his traditional garden, right? And in this, we're gonna race to see, and I don't know why it's gone back to that, but we're gonna get to that. We're gonna race to see whose garden is going to thrive. And so naturally mine did, because as you can see on the video, the reservoir on the bottom holds 20 gallons of water. It was a drought. He couldn't water his tower or his garden. So his plants weren't getting what they needed, and my plants were. So my tower flourished in San Diego. And so fast forward to now, I'm in Key West, Florida, and I didn't know we were going to be making that cross-country journey. So all I did is packed up my tower garden. All the pieces fit in the reservoir, and brought it here to Florida and set it up in my patio. And it also did well here. You know, it's getting its sunlight, it's getting its water, it's getting the nutrients patented for the tower garden. And as you can see, the picture right here where my daughter is picking, those 2 towers were giving me plenty of green beans. They were giving me plenty of peppers. I was getting plenty of kale and basil, so much so that I had to give it to my little neighbor, who's the little guy holding the basil up. And he was so excited to get that little leaf, but thankfully, you know, I was able to start giving produce to my neighbors. And then the word got out that I had this access to this incredible apparatus on my patio that was pumping out tons and tons of produce from just 2 tower gardens. So then I said, okay, I need to get another one. And then someone said, you know, why don't you offer this to your community? And I said, that's a great idea. So I went out into my community and said, would you be willing to put my lettuce in this place and that place? And then eventually I started a whole food movement around just something that was abundance for myself and for my family. So we found great joy in growing. As you can see, there's cucumbers at one point behind me on my stairs. My entire cucumber plant, there was only 2 plants on my tower garden. They took over my stairs, and they were giving me at least 6 to 8 cucumbers every single day. So that is just one thing that, you know, with Juice Plus and the whole mission of inspiring healthy living, it really helps us to add more plant foods into our life and to bless others around us. So on the next slide, I just wanted to show you. So eventually, what started off as something small for my family, I realized that I can make a huge impact in our community by offering them not only the opportunity to have their own tower garden, but also to be able to buy produce. So we took it to farmers markets. We took it to local health food stores. We put it outside restaurants. And in specific, this restaurant at Mellow Ventures, they would have the chef go outside and harvest to order the greens that he needed for his salads and his capreses. And it was such an amenity to the guests. And not only was it taste better than the produce that they had sitting in the refrigerator, but also I knew that they were getting great nutrition from these plants, because there's a study done at the University of Mississippi that says that the nutrient density of plants grown on tower gardens is far greater than the traditional gardening, because our soil is compromised. And if you've been to Key West or the Florida Keys at all, you know that we don't have the best soil. So this was just a great addition to our community. And so another thing that I like to say is that it created this whole dynamic of people asking about, how do I grow collard greens? So this is collard greens on the tarmac during an air show. You hear all the planes around me, so they love to fly into the Keys because we have beautiful weather. But it's incredible the conversations that came out of this. We started having salads in a jar parties where people would say, can I come make salads with you because you have the best greens, and I'll bring the toppings, and we'll talk about healthy living that way, right? And then, on another picture, you see the coffee, Baby's Coffee's right there on US 1. And the beautiful thing about it, we have people coming and going. This is a very transient area, but they make a point to stop there and sit and have their coffee. And it gives them some peace of mind and serenity, because we know mental health is definitely a part of the wellness program. So I just want to say that, eventually we brought on some partners, and it just expanded. And that's the beauty of our community, because you can touch one person and another person touches another person, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Before you know it, our small little abundant tower garden has expanded to over 30 tower gardens all around Key West. So I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to share my story. I hope that it encourages you to not only add more plant foods to your life, plant foods to your children's lives and to those around you, but maybe to decide to grow a tower garden where you don't have to worry about watering because it waters itself, or you don't have to worry about soil because it's growing on little rock wool cubes. And then you don't really have to worry about if you move a lot, like me being in the military. I can just pack it up and take it with me to the next place, because I'm actually moving to Colorado. So I'm excited because I get to transition from going outside to growing indoors, because we have a tower garden home where the lights come out, and it allows you to have the same UV lights that you would have for external growing, so you can grow all year round, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. So I'm very happy that we get to try different types of plants like romaine and spinach, which don't really like the heat out here. So I just invite you to continue to be a part of our community. Reach out to the person who invited you to, listen to this call. And if someone comes to mind that says, hey, you know what, I know that they would love to grow in a tower garden, or I could really offer this to, a couple of people. One thing I forgot to mention is that out of all of this, the awareness that it generated for just simply growing, I had people reaching out to me from the Boys and Girls Club. And did you know that our company, through the Juice Plus Foundation, offers a complimentary tower garden to every Boys and Girls Club in America? So somehow the director of North Florida's Boys and Girls Clubs found me, and they asked, hey, can we get it in 26 Boys and Girls Clubs? I said, absolutely. So there's a curriculum that's involved with the tower garden that goes from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, where students can learn all the ins and outs of, science and economics, and just the how to grow from seed to a plant that you're going to eat, and how to prepare the food that you eat. And so the children in the Boys and Girls Club get access to that as well. And that's just another extension of our community and the legacy that we're building around just plant foods. So thank you so much, Josephine, for allowing me to share. And I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
Thank you so much, Marjorie. And I'm glad you mentioned about the Boys and Girls Club, honestly, because many times I forget about that. And the curriculum is already done, actually, and you can just be able to use it. So thank you, Marjorie, for mentioning that. That's really important. Marjorie mentioned about she's getting all this nutrition for breastfeeding. And a lot of times we get the question, is this safe for my children? Is this safe for my pregnant mother or, sister? This checks all the boxes. It's food. If you can eat it and it's safe. So pregnant mothers, for elderly people. We even have plant-based omegas, which are really incredible for memory, for focus, for inflammation. So, and we have a very small product line. I mean, we have fruits, vegetables, berries. We have the omegas, we have the bars that you can use for your children. And then we have the complete shakes, and everything is gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's non-GMO. So you can't beat that, guys. So it's really incredible. Marjorie, my dream is to get a Towergarden in all my neighborhood schools. And when I had you do your presentation on how you've transformed Key West, you've left a legacy there, girlfriend. You're going to Colorado, but your name remains in Key West. And that is the kind of community we are in, as Marjorie invited all of you. I know my friends, I know who my family is, but I don't know your friends. I don't know your family. I don't live in your community. So each one of us can be able to actually impact one life at a time. And together we can really change. And that's why our company gives a product for free, so that the entire family can be healthy. So that was really incredible. You mentioned about the salads in the jar. We do that all the time. And those are some fun ways of us getting together as a community. So when you come into this community, we call it our Juice Plus family. It's really my tribe, by the way. In 2020, to help me to thrive, not only in my business, but also in keeping me anchored, centered, focused, and just being able to enjoy and staying away from the craziness that we've been going through. So if you're looking for a community to inspire you, to empower you, don't look any further. If you're looking for something to help you be more healthy, to be a catalyst, because many times we try different fad diets, we want to lose weight, we want to do this. But once you do it and you go right back to it, I call them the yo-yo diets. But this is a lifestyle. It's not a fad, but it's a lifestyle. Because once you start doing it, you love it so much that it's second nature to you. You don't even have to think twice about it. So guys, I don't know if anybody has any question for Marjorie. Marjorie, I want you to share a little bit about this. How has this impacted you and your family in terms of supplemental income? Can you touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely, yes. So I 7 years ago, I was working in my dream job. So I worked in hospitality at an incredible property in San Diego, and I loved it, but it wasn't really conducive to having a baby. And so my mother, also being wise in her nature, she said, this can be something you can do. So gradually what I did is I went from a full-time managing 3 different food and beverage departments, and I tapered off. And with the availability of this business, I was able to go from a full-time position to an on-call job that I said, okay, I want to work this day and that day, and I want to work this hours. It just gave me so much flexibility to choose what I wanted, when I wanted to do it, because I honestly didn't want to leave the hotel. I loved it, but I didn't want to have it controlling my schedule as a new mother. So that's one part. Then when I made the transition to Key West, I was not working at all. My husband was in the military, but the beautiful thing is I was able to run my business as I was engaging with new people on the playgrounds. So it wasn't necessarily, it just gave me a talking point. I guess that's what I would say. It gave me a talking point, and then from there, I gained customers, and from the customers, I gained team, and it blossomed into something that would honestly allow me to pay for my daughter's summer camps.
Wow.
And summer camps are not inexpensive. So she could go to art camp, and I paid for that in full in cash. She'd go to gymnastics camp, same thing. And then also just traveling around the world. So I was able to travel to Paris and spend some time with my friend while she got married, and we stayed in a chateau, and the income that allowed me to do that came from my Juice Plus business. So, and then obviously traveling around with my mother to all the different conventions, it's a great tax deduction too, because we have a business that's mobile. And I can say that it has definitely transformed the vision for our family, because not only have we grown from 7 years of learning how to do this business, but also we've grown and developed personally. So now we see opportunity all around us. And those opportunities, we see how it can really benefit our, people, our community, but how it can benefit our children and how we can start to build a legacy, because now it gives us conversation points with our daughter. And my daughter just, savings, talking about that, making budgets and planning for the future. It's just a beautiful thing that, it's not just income. And that's what I like to say. Yes, the income is great. It's very good. And I just made a promotion where I got a bonus for reaching a new title. And that alone, I get to go shopping for all my winter clothes for Colorado. So it's been good. Thank you for asking.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, because that's a piece. We always think, okay, money is whatever. I have a job, I can work doubles here and there. But with this company, when you get your check, it's a reflection of how many lives you have changed. And it's incredible. When Marjorie says that she got that position, that it came with a nice check, and that shows that her and her team have touched so many lives. And that's the beauty about this. I am not who I was 3 years ago, nor am I who I was 2 years ago. I have grown as a person. I have grown as a friend. I have grown as a mother. So I like to say that the model of this business, it's actually personal growth and self-development disguised in a business. And guess what, guys? We don't pay for those trainings or those mentorships or those coaching. The company provides that just with your application fees, which is only what, $1 a week? It's literally $52 for the whole year. And then they do all this for us. So, and then the community. Marjorie, we have not met in person, but the friendship that we have, I can call on her. Look at her. She has her family to take care of, but she's here to volunteer and be able to impart this wealth of knowledge that she has. And that's the community you're looking at. So we have 3 things for you today. It's like, after listening to this call, what are you thinking about? What if you said yes to this opportunity? What if you said yes to be a customer and enjoy better health? So whatever, if you are dealing with joint pains, if you are dealing with constipation, or if you just want to feel good, wake up feeling rested. What if you took the Juice Plus? Or what if you said yes and did the application for $52 and touched somebody's lives? And something that I always think of as I'm sharing this opportunity, it has given me the confidence to be on Zoom. 2 months ago, there's no way I was going to do a Zoom call. I was so afraid. I'm telling you, I'm being vulnerable here. I was so afraid to do Zoom call. I'm like, I don't know, this is not my thing. But when I thought about it, that I'm on a mission, I'm committed. This is a calling for me. So I'm going to beat the fear and be able to reach others. And hopefully, by me being present, having Marjorie here today, that somebody's life will be changed forever. So I don't want to be in a place where a family member or a friend will ask me, Josephine, you knew about these plant powders and you never told me, and my father was suffering with this and that. And we're not saying that Juice Plus cures, but we know it's a catalyst, and it strengthens the immune system so the body can do what it's supposed to do. So I don't want to be in that place where I get that call. You knew and you didn't tell me. So I had to beat my fear of Zoom so that I can be able to reach all my friends and family, so I don't have to get that phone call one time. So thank you, Marjorie. I really, really appreciate you coming to share with us on this mission. And Sister Denise, I know you are on the phone. You are a proud mother. This can be a family business. This can be a family business. So I will open the lines. I'm going to stop the recording and I will open the lines if